You gonna love this, man. Believe me. What you watching?
I did it for my team, DVD magazine.
Headliners
On your TV screen.
Headliners
DVDs, magazines for the hip-hop fiend.
My name is Lorenzo Steele, and I'm a former correction officer from Rikers Island. I worked at Rikers Island from 1987 to 1999. At that time, from the late 80s to the early 90s, Rikers Island C-74 was considered the worst prison in the nation. We used to average 50 to 60 razor slashings a month. We used to average 50 to 60 stabbings a month at that time. 74 at that time was just a vicious chop shop where inhumane things, inhumane acts were taking places at all times of the day. This is a young brother right here, actually reading in his cell. As you can observe again, the size and how small that cell is. And you know, sometimes the only thing you can really do in prison is just read. This is a photo of inside a cell. If you look a little closer, you can see how small it is, the sink compared to where the bed is and the wall in the corner. This right here is a famous picture right here. Everybody asks, what is the milk doing in the toilet? Well, in the summertime, the water in the toilet is the coolest thing in a cell. So the inmates, when they come back from chow and say they want to, keep their milk cold or their cold custard they get from commissary cool and so it won't spoil, they will actually place the milk inside the toilet, and that's what they call a refrigerator in the summertime. This is a photo right here of the receiving room where they keep the inmates that come from upstate, where they come back from court and things in that nature. They house them there in pens like animals until an officer comes to take them to their housing area. This photo right here is what they call the Bing area in Rikers Island. The Bing area is where the most violent inmates that commit acts while they're in jail, they house them in this area, and they're locked in for 23 hours. They come out for 1 hour, allowed to take a shower and stuff like that, then they must go back in. It's in this prison right here where there are a lot of assaults on staff because, they just want to come out and stuff like that. The inmates actually throw urine and feces on the officers and stuff like that, and it's just a place, just you wouldn't let an animal go to. It's small in stature, but it does deadly harm that will leave permanent marks on the face. This happens on a regular day basis, This cat might have been extorted, might have been on the phone too long, didn't want to get off, and so, they just cut him wide open.
These was pictures of inmates cut 5 minutes after they was cut. So that right there just had me when he started explaining some of the things that took place on Rikers Island, some of the things from a CO point of view, that made me this is something I gotta do. I want to jump on this.
Myself and Troy Reed, the famous urban street documentary master, and we completed a documentary called Scarface for Life, Scarface for Life, Scarface for Life, Scarface for Life. They're not telling you the truth. They're not telling you about the extortions that take place on an everyday level. They're not telling you about the rapes that take place every day. They're not telling you about the razor cuttings or the slashings and the stabbings that take place every day. So you know, my spirit told me, hey, you gotta do something for the community. You have to do something with your people. And me and Troy hooked up and we did this dynamic video. It's a must-get video. It's called Scarface for Life.
When I first got to Rikers Island in '77, it was every man for himself.
When you walked in, it's like everything, your whole attitude changed. You became stale to life.
They take all your property and give you a set of what you need. In other words, they give you 3 socks, 3 underwear, 3 t-shirts, and a change of clothes.
If you come in like he's scared and somebody give him some direct eye contact,
As soon as you walk in the door, he grilling you.
and he drop his head like that, then he knows something wrong.
You understand? Your ears went numb, your body went numb, your heart started pumping because you never knew what to expect.
It all comes down to whether or not you're a Puerto Rican or you're a black man or if you're a Crip, if you're a blood, all that is irrelevant. Bottom line, you're gonna get tested.
When you're in this building, I want you to stay alive, to listen carefully to me. Nobody in here is your brother. I don't care if they're as black as you are, as light as daylight. They are not your brother. You mind your business, son, and you'll stay alive.
This nigga just got his face smashed in by the CO, and this nigga probably got his face ripped by another inmate, and I'm just getting here.
That shit is a perfect line. It's a perfect scar. And then if they make one slight movement, that shit just disperses and opens up.
Sometimes you see the bone. You cut them straight all the way to the bone.
And then you see the white meat. And then the shit just pss, 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 pss. And then it's a wrap. That nigga got that scar for the rest of his fucking life.
My mission and my goal is to share with the world, especially the youth, that society is almost forcing them into prisons by taking away the jobs, not creating jobs. And my mission is to show the insides of prison and what takes place if you continue that defiant and negative behavior. All of your major hoods in your boroughs, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, and Staten Island, all of those hoods are where these prisoners are being locked up, incarcerated. They filter into all of these prisons that are upstate. The reason that CUNY tuitions are going up in New York State is because that money that comes down from the state to go for the schools is now being filtered into the prison system. Actually saying that they would rather invest in prisons to house Black and Hispanic people than to educate them in colleges. I'm Lorenzo Steele, former correction officer from Rikers Island, and I myself and Troy Reed, the documentary master, the urban master, just completed a documentary called Scarface for Life. You must get it. You'll never forget it. It'll blow your mind. And I'm just chilling here with headliners. Get their magazine. They're doing wonderful things in the hood. Support your hood. Support your people. If we don't support our people, nobody will.
Headliners, DVD magazine.